I am beating every N64 game, and I mean all of them. The twist is, the next game I play is randomly selected, so I have no clue what's coming next. This is the journey to beating every N64 game. Game number 179, Famista 64. Released exclusively in Japan in 1997, this game was developed and published by Namco. It can also be referred to as Family Stadium, so yep, it's a sports game. Hey, don't leave just yet. This one gets pretty weird. These Japanese baseball games have been pretty interesting so far. Other than Power League 64, they've all been pretty enjoyable. I don't think this will top the wild antics of the GKyo baseball games, but hey, you never know. I just hope it's not super difficult. Let's get into it. Also, quick shout out to Who Was Phone on GameFAQs for writing translation guides for most of these Japanese N64 games. They've been incredibly helpful in this challenge. Link in the description. The main menu was in Japanese as expected. Going from left to right at the top, we have Exhibition, League Match, which is probably like a playoffs mode, Pennant, which is the full season, All-Star Match, Story Mode, Multiplayer, Minigames, and Create a Player. The minigames sound interesting, so I'll start with that. Also, I made my save file say butt, and whatever this screen is said man butt, which is hilarious. I swear I'm mature. The first one is Shortstop. You play as the shortstop and field various ground balls. You get points for catching it, throwing it quickly, and landing the throw. The next is Base Race. You mash the A button to run the entire diamond faster than the other guy. Then there's Bomb Targets. You hit a baseball that apparently explodes on contact. You gain points for hitting ghosts, Pac-Man, and flags. Then there's the Home Run Contest, a classic in nearly every baseball game. You just blast the ball as far as you can. It starts to get weird now though. Here's Balloon Inflation, where you move the joystick up and down to inflate the Dig Dug enemy. It's actually quite hard to beat the computer here, and I didn't want to break my joystick playing this over and over. Alright, the best one is the Disappearing Image Trace. Even though it still shows what I'm supposed to be drawing with grid lines, it's impossible. Genuinely cannot be done. Even Picasso would struggle with this one. Finally, there's the Snowball Fight. This is a PvP minigame where you launch snowballs at the other with pitchers. Honestly, they should just not have made a baseball game and made a Mario Party clone instead. When someone runs out of health, they turn into a ghost and can haunt the other players. So I guess we're gonna do the story mode to beat this game. This map is me choosing my team. No idea what the heck any of this is, but apparently I've gotta pick something. It actually does matter what you pick here, as they have varying difficulty levels. I went with Wakayama because it said it was an easy victory. I'll take all the help I can get. There's actually a story that's shown before the game starts. I wasn't able to translate it fast enough during the playthrough, but with the power of pausing my video, I can actually see what this says. Sometime in the 1900s, a spaceship came to Earth from some faraway planet. The aliens who had arrived were amazing at baseball and knew they could conquer the planet via the sport. One by one, Cuba, South Korea, America all fell to their might. They put up a good fight, but even the Japanese professional baseball leagues couldn't stop them. All the pro players returned to their prospective homes. At the time, there was an aspiring player in Wakayama who dreamed of becoming a pro. His name was Thab, and he was determined. He was devastated to learn all the baseball in the country was destroyed. He decided, screw it, I'll make my own pro baseball league. He would travel all over Japan and recruit lots of skilled players. Okay, so basically we're playing the baseball version of Space Jam. I then learned we were called the Wakayama Titans. This is a screen where you set attributes about your player, like their position and what hand they use to bat and throw. I obviously had to set my jersey number to 69. It then gives some info about how various pro players are located in all the different prefectures across Japan. If I want to make the team improve, I've got to travel there and recruit them. However, the aliens are also traveling and will steal any pro players they come across. So I can use different transportation methods to beat them to the players. Also, why does no one have legs? Every so often it gives you a scouting report. This is where the Japanese text becomes very frustrating. I have Who Was Phone's guide and image recognition to translate, but it still doesn't make any sense. I swear, a lot of these Japanese games are way harder just because I can't read it. And then it went to the world map and I was completely lost. You can bring up a menu that allows you to view various reports about players, view stats, and write a method of transportation if you're near one. There was a house that was pulsing on the map, so I figured I may as well go in there. Apparently this is a shrine and it improves my team's abilities. I got a notification that my player's defense had improved. After walking some more, I made it to my first player. Before the aliens, thankfully, he said I had to play him in a minigame, and if I win, he'd join the team. He wanted to play drawing. Jeez, not even Jackson Pollock can pull this off. You have to choose either yes or no, and the selection screen for this is way too funny. Like, look at this. I have to draw that dog? I'm not even sure what happened here, but I ran out of chalk. How am I supposed to draw it if you don't give me enough material? Yeah, I lost bad, and he was just gloating. Dude, don't you want to save the world from aliens? Come on, join my team. It immediately threw me back into the map, so I had to take off. The aliens were mad I beat them to that player, then they went in a different direction. This time it was the shortstop game, and I was pretty good at that. I had to get 120 points. Pretty easy if you ask me. I won, and he was super sad that he had to join my team. Come on, we're not that bad. Okay, I kind of mashed through this next screen, but basically when you recruit a new player, you have to let a member of the team go. I released whoever that first guy is, but apparently all the starting players are trash anyway. Back to the world map, and I couldn't figure out how to take this plane. It's supposed to be the first menu option, but it wasn't working. I was too slow and the aliens beat me to one of the pro players. Well, he probably wasn't that great anyway, right? Apparently I was in the wrong spot or something because I managed to take the train and holy crap, it goes so fast and far. I wasn't able to recruit anyone else because they kept wanting the home run contest and my character sucked at batting. When you or the aliens have met all the pros on the map, it gives a new scouting report. Alright, this player wanted me to do the exploding ball game. Sure, I can blow up Pac-Man. This one was quite easy. I think the lower the points they want, the worse the pro is. Okay, somehow this guy wanted me to blow up this Dig Dug enemy in 52 in-game seconds? There is honestly no way. I didn't bother with this one usually because I was paranoid about making my joystick die sooner. N64 joysticks are so bad. Apparently you can just drop the ball in the shortstop game. This guy sucks! I think this guy is me, but come on, man. I think this had to do with my player's stats, but that's just annoying. I didn't even do anything wrong. Honestly, I don't blame this guy for not wanting to join. I had a free win in the snowball game and just threw it away. No, dude, no way I lost the snowball game. Okay, I can actually look at what I'm doing when I get rid of players now. That number in the middle right is their age. I've really got 50-year-old dudes on my team? At least someone wanted to stop the aliens. But yeah, that's the basic gameplay. Make it to the players and beat them in a minigame. Anytime I saw one of these pulsing areas, I went to it to get more stats. The big chunk of the story happens on New Year's. Every time January 1st rolls around, we have to play the aliens in a game of baseball. You know, the alien looks more like just a metal human in this universe. So yeah, now it's time to actually play baseball in this baseball video game. I know, crazy, right? Pitching's pretty weird in this game. You just press A to throw and then control the speed and curvature with the joystick. The way it decides who you control is so annoying. Why is the second baseman running to cover first? That's just stupid. We got a bit lucky because they blasted one to right field, but it hit the wall. Out of the first inning with no runs scored. Man, the players you start with suck. This was one of the worst hits I'd ever seen, but it somehow just hit the guy in the head. I'll take an error. This pitch just went directly through me. Guess they didn't have hitting the batter as a feature in this game. They popped this one into left field, but where's my left fielder? Oh, I see. You control every fielder at the same time. Interesting, interesting. They, unfortunately scored 5 times in the 3rd inning. Although I did get this awesome diving catch. It turned out the game ends after 3 innings. Well, that was fast. We obviously didn't win. For losing, they got to steal one of my players to join their team. That really sucks. Hopefully it was one of those 50-year-olds. I'll take this time to talk about the graphics and audio. The graphics are decent. I like the art style of the players when actually playing, but they look quite weird during the dialogue segments. It's an early N64 game, so I think it looks good for the time. The music is nice. During a game, it plays that one traditional Japanese baseball song that's been in all the other games. The music during all the other activities is just quirky and fast-paced. I really like it. Kinda like something you'd hear in a very old cartoon. But yeah, I knew the way this worked now, so I had to beef up the team before the next New Year's. Recruiting the new players is definitely the way to go. Whoever this guy is nearly got me a home run. None of those 50-year-olds could dream of doing that. We lost that game, but he came through for us in the third game. Go over the fence. We beat the aliens. Let's go. My first ever home run. These always feel amazing in baseball games. That was actually a walk-off homer, and I had beaten the aliens. Heck yeah, dude. It shows a picture with the humans all celebrating under the flying saucer. They were all rejoicing for having beaten the aliens and think they're safe. However, they don't give up so easily, saying they will be back, and it says to be continued. Then it cuts back to the map. Well, I guess we'll keep going. I kinda like the minigames anyway. Now there was a new thing with a player holding a sign. We had to play a real game against another Japanese team. I thought they all got eliminated. Oh well, if I win, I get one of their players. Since my team sucks, I decided I'd avoid these. It's probably the only way to get the stars like Ichiro or Hideki Matsui. Okay, now these players are just trolling me. This guy says he'll only join my team if I win his lottery. I'm just supposed to pick a random tile and hope it's the right one? That's garbage. Why won't you help me save humanity? At least I got extremely good at the balloon minigame. My palm and joystick weren't happy about it though. One thing is it felt like the AI got way better now after winning. Like they're out here making diving catches. In this match we tied, or so I thought. It said they won, I guess cause they had more hits. That sucks, come on. Alright, here's where the vid gets a bit weird. We lost again, and people in my chat were researching other Japanese people playing through this mode. They all seemed to stop after beating the aliens once, so I think this is some kind of infinite mode? I don't know, but we decided that we'd also stop here because, come on, we saved humanity, right? It's a weird ending, but yeah, game complete. So yeah, there you have it, my journey to beating Famista 64. Hey look, some of these games have weird ending conditions, alright? Especially the Japanese games, which are harder to even know what's going on. This game's decent for what it is. Honestly, the baseball part of the game is frustrating and not the greatest. Something like Power Pros or Chokukan Night Pro Yaku King is much more enjoyable. The minigames were fun at least, but there's only 7 of them in the end. It's definitely just a very strange game. I wonder if this game was inspired by Space Jam, considering it released after it. I think this can be a more enjoyable game if you read Japanese, but not by too much. It might be worth checking out just to try the minigames for yourself, but otherwise, probably not. I gave Famista 64 a 2.5 out of 10 for enjoyability and a 4 out of 10 for difficulty. Alright, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. We had a randomized marble race to determine which game was next, so here's how that played out. Or skip to the timestamp on screen to skip straight to the game selection. We got 212 games left on the list. Dear God, this is chaos. Well, they're all here, I assure you. Alright, let's go. NBA Showtime. The early leader, no, Chameleon Twist, Banjo-Kazooie, Chameleon Twist Jikyo, which is Japanese baseball. Shadowgate 64 now in the lead. This is just pure chaos, folks. Extreme G2 Susume Taizen Puzzle Dama 64 Trump Collection. Rampage, Ready to Rumble Boxing, Susume Taizen Puzzle Dama again. I have no idea what's happening, folks, but Mortal Kombat Trilogy as well. NFL QB Club. Oh man, that would be very fun. Ready to Rumble Boxing and Rampage are current leaders. Finally some separation here, folks. Everything is just going so slow and chaotic. And there's a hole in the ground. And none of them hit it. Ready to Rumble Boxing, Rampage. Ready to Rumble Boxing has the lead currently, separating themselves a little bit, getting a favorable position, but no, Rampage coming back in, trying to take the lead, and Rampage beautifully getting by that barrier. Huge separation now for Rampage. Rampage having a dominant lead. Cruis'n USA, Mortal Kombat Trilogy not too far behind, but right now Rampage, the clear favorite. Rampage coming in. There are some barriers here, and Rampage weaving in between them. Wow, this is just exquisite racing tech from Rampage. Does miss the turn on the mustache there, and Mortal Kombat Trilogy is going to get a little boost, and Rampage is done, folks. Rampage falls in the hole. It will not be Rampage World Tour. Mortal Kombat Trilogy falls in the hole as well. Tetrasphere is down. Oh my god, everything. And now it's Doraemon Cruis'n USA. Unbelievable. Doraemon does not fall in the trap, and it's near the end. It's Doraemon Cruis'n USA. It's coming down. I think it's Doraemon, folks. Doraemon trying. No, oh, no, it did count. I thought Doraemon missed the goal. Cruis'n USA did miss the goal. It's the next Doraemon game. Oh my goodness, that was chaos. The next Doraemon game, which is Doraemon to Nobita to Ikari no Shinden. It has been decided. But yeah, if you're still here watching, you're awesome. Thank you so much. If you had a good time, consider hitting that like button, or maybe even dropping a subscription. Or hey, maybe even watch another one of these videos that's on screen now. And yeah, see you next time.